Welcome back to IBM Business Automation Studio, your one-stop experience for automating and digitally transforming your business using low-code tooling. In this video series, we'll create a mortgage approval application that uses automation services from Business Automation Workflow and Decision Services. So far, we've introduced automation services, started customizing our mortgage approval application, and created a decision automation service, which we called from our application. Whew, we've been busy. But what if we need to call an existing service that was created outside of Studio? Well, in this video, we're going to create an external connection so we can leverage some existing services from Workflow. We'll also finish customizing our application and preview the results. Let's finish what we started. We'll start in Studio and go to Automations. We have a decisions automation, which will handle the mortgage risk assessment, but we need some logic for opening the mortgage account. First, we'll create a connection to a workflow system that resides outside Cloud Pak for automation. Let's provide some connection details, our host and credentials, and we'll select the process application. In our case, it's Mortgage PA. Then select our service operations that will make up the automation service. These operations can be both processes and service flows. Now let's publish. Now if we head over to the Published Automation Services section, we can see our published external automation service. Now we can start using those operations in our mortgage approval application. Let's get back to customizing our mortgage approval application. We left off by adding the loan risk assessment to our application and creating a branch based on two outcomes, the mortgage being auto-approved and the mortgage requiring further assessment. Both those pages were conveniently created for us. Let's start with the auto-approved page. From the library, we'll drag the Credit Department template view to the page. This template was used on the previous page, so we're creating page consistency for our end users. We need some text to indicate that the mortgage was automatically approved. Let's add a text view from the palette. Now let's leverage that external automation service that we published. We want to add the workflow automation service that will open the mortgage account. So we'll just drag that onto our page. And we'll select the operation. For the mortgage amount, we'll use the existing variable. This time, we won't add the data fields to the page since it's not necessary. But look, we do have a new data field for customer ID, which is not being generated by the application, but more on that in a minute. We'll update the styling, label text, color, icon. Not bad. Time to update the next steps. We've got our service and operation to open the account, and the data is already mapped. For the page flow, we'll end the application. Alright, let's address that new data field, Customer ID. Let's switch back to our starting page. You might have guessed, we have a service that can help us out. We'll go to our trusty automation services and drag that external automation service to the page. Now let's use the Get Customer ID operation. In this case, we don't need these fields created. And use the existing input mapping. And we have our existing Customer ID output field, which needs to be created on the page. As usual, we'll make our stylistic changes. Looks good. This button will now retrieve the customer ID for the end users. 2 of the 3 pages are complete. Let's head over to our risk assessment page. For consistency, we'll quickly apply the Credit Department template view. Now, for cases where mortgages are not automatically approved, let's use the loan risk chart. Now the mortgage specialist has some charts to help with their analysis. If the mortgage is approved, we'll need to open the mortgage account, so we'll use the automation service. Set the operation again. We'll use the existing fields. We don't need any of these fields created. And we'll just update the styling, label text, color, icon. Great. Now for the next steps. We've got our service and operation to open the account, and the data is already mapped. For the page flow, we'll end the application. If the mortgage is declined, we only need a simple button. This view will do. There's no service to call. And for the page flow, we'll end the application. And finally, update the styling. Label text, color, and icon. Now we'll just slide this button into place. Now, at any point when you're creating your application, you can preview it. Just click the preview icon. This is where you can interact with the application to ensure that you have the desired look and feel. You can even test out your logic. And there you have it, a mortgage approval application that leverages automation services from both within and outside Cloud Pak for Automation. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for more videos. Bye for now.